What's good, Lemonhead Gang? Shouts out to all my people out there in YouTube land. Appreciate y'all coming and hanging with your boy. Hanging with your boy. Hanging with your people. Guys, if you like the content, please drop a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it, y'all. We dropping that fire daily, everybody. Daily. Yeah. Huh? Fool. Enough of that, y'all. Let's get it. Man, oh man, oh man. So I got something different for y'all today.
Balls.
I got sent this video from my cousin. We live in Michigan. I'm pretty sure this is about Michigan. This is about the government. The government trampling on our rights as Americans to bear arms, free speech. I mean, it really is just comical, in my honest opinion. But, yeah, this guy, he actually had, like, I listened to, like, I think 6 seconds of it.
Oh, man.
He seemed alright. He seemed pretty good. But I want to maybe get into it, talk about some of these topics that come up. We'll see what's up. So, we're going to jump right into it. Samson, what about us? I don't know what to expect. We're going to find out together, though. Now, when I say I listened to 6 seconds of it, that means 6 seconds of the actual song, not the intro.
Don't start this.
So don't hammer me in the comments about that. Because, you know, I'm racist. I'm a racist.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster, it doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security, I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's what you live in. Hatred and mutiny, that's what we live in. So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that's got my...
Hey, that's legit, man. And that's the way everybody should look at shit. It just is. Like, family, friends, motherfucking police, government, congressmen. Nobody care about you unless it helps them. Period. That's just facts, and that is just the facts of life.
Wow, you're pretty quick for a big guy.
Back, it's dog eat dog, these are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to their calls because their cars ain't got no gas. Great. Police.
That's fucked up. If that's the truth, that's fucked up. I don't believe it at all, but that's fucked up.
Don't have any fuel, you don't know if they'll arrive when you call them. The babies are starving, my girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the store and just swipe your card and get...
Okay, so this is one of the topics that are real controversial. You're over here with it, or you're over here. There's really no in between. But I actually believe I stand in between. I am pro gun ownership.
Yay!
But I do believe that somebody somewhere, the government, maybe somebody makes an app or a system or something to check people's backgrounds for mental health. You got to be able to check for mental health. You just have to. Because a lot of these things that are happening in people that they're mentally ill. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. So, as of right now, you can't do it. You can't take the guns away from people. Like, we We don't have those guns to protect ourselves during war. Like, that's not why the amendment is in there. It's just not. We have those guns to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government.
Method.
If that were to ever happen. Look it up. That's why that right was put in there. That's why it is there. Is to protect ourselves, period. But mainly from the government getting too big for their britches. Look, guys, that's just my opinion, right?
Get a Glock and run. It's funny, the people that say that shit have literally never even shot one. Dumbass. Hey, Matthew McConaughey. Shut the fuck up. Just cause you murdered people on screen doesn't mean you know shit about guns, you dumb fuck. What, you worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay? Uvalde? I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it. It probably cuts deep and I hope that it does, cause you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Look, it is what it is, right? Pause, I talk too much. But these topics are coming like rapid fire. I also don't believe that it's right to blame movies, movie stars, music. Like they blame Marilyn Manson for the Columbine shit. You know, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. If somebody...
Here are the facts as I see them.
...in their head believes that these games or this music or these movies are real, then they have a mental illness and they need to get checked out.
Just the facts, ma'am.
You can't blame music. It's not real life. You can't blame movies. It's not real life. You cannot blame games. It is not real life. That fact needs to be pounded in people's heads from the beginning. This is not the way life is. That's why this, like, these days, you know, people are all into this instant gratification. That shit's not going to last long. You're going to see a lot more people being diagnosed with mental illnesses because people, you know, doctors are passing out them drugs like candy. You just got to explain, man, it's life. I'm sorry. There's real life and then there's movies. There's real life and then there's music. They're two different things. So you can't go watch a movie and then go shoot up a school and say, oh, well, he did it. That's just fucked up. It's not right in my opinion, and it's an excuse. An excuse. Right. So let's just talk about excuses, which is what that is. It's an excuse. I have a good quote that I keep saved on my phone. I read it once a day. Well, probably 100 times a day, actually, because I see it every time I pull up my lock screen. So let me get it here.
2,000 years later.
Excuses are monuments of nothingness. They build bridges to nowhere. Those of us who use these tools of incompetence seldom become anything but nothing at all. Period. Period. Excuses are nothing. They are made up. They ain't shit. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Born right by it. It probably cuts deep, and I hope that it does, cause you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will ever be mine. Lord only knows how many crimes that you've influenced throughout your whole career, cause I've seen you kill people plenty of times. What do you think is gonna cause a shooting? A YouTube video of a gun review? Or a Hollywood murder scene that seems so realistic it looks like it's from the news? So next time that you wanna point your finger with a stupid opinion and chime in with it, remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying to mimic. I feel way...
Okay, now that, I mean, you can't blame those people for doing it. But, I mean, if you got a kid who thinks it's a game, or, you know, a teenager who thinks it's a game and he's trying to mimic that, again, I believe that's a mental health issue. Or a maturity.
What the hell you doing, boy? You mess around and shoot all us.
Let's go ahead and do it again.
It ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying to mimic. I feel way more safe in a place where the people are legally armed. If something happens like a mass shooting, I have a way less chance of being lethally harmed. A criminal is gonna think twice if he knows everybody is a piece underneath their clothes. And Mayor Lightfoot will probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before you ask, I don't wanna be like Canada either, and I don't wanna be like Australia. I'm sick of everybody using them as a humanity meter. There's a reason that they can do whatever they want to their citizens, like fucking throw them in camps. And there's a reason that our government doesn't even try that shit, cause they know that they can't. If you don't think for...
Okay, that's facts. That's facts. And that's the motherfucking reason why the right to bear arms was put there, goddammit.
Calm your ass down.
Protect ourselves against a tyrannical government, if it was to ever become one.
One split second that if we didn't have our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it. You're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or...
Again, that's facts. Guys, we would be a tyrannical government, a tyrannical country ran by a dictator.
Whoa, stop right there.
If we didn't have the right to bear arms. That's why it was put there.
Power, what you vote, that's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one, fucking don't. And why would I? What have they done? Give me a reason for me to believe them. They want to trade me a little security in exchange for a big-ass piece of my freedom. They don't want to take away guns because they care about you and they want to keep you safe at night. They want to take away guns because it's easy to control people if they don't have any way to fight. Hey, buddy.
I agree with that. I agree with that. That is the main reason why politicians want guns gone. That way, I mean, they're always going to be the big bad gang, right? The law, the army, shit like that. Those are the biggest gangsters of them all, period.
Look, this is ridiculous. How can you be gay and Republican?
I mean, they just want to control us, man, and they're not going to be able to. You're never going to stop people from getting it. You're never going to. If you take them away legally, all you're going to do is drive crime rate up. Because people are going to get them illegal. Period.
What your little AR-15 gonna do if the government comes to take it? Well, Ukraine started handing out rifles to all of their citizens when the Russians invaded, so what about that? I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something. This is the only country on earth where the people have real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, it's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't...
Yeah, agreed. And you've seen how bad it can get. You've seen it. Everything. Our economy's jacked up. Fucking inflation is crazy. Look, you can't just print money. It just doesn't work like that. Guys, I think we're headed for something much bigger. Much, much bigger. Hopefully not. But I think that's where we're headed.
Fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that I look or I sound when I say this shit, but our Second Amendment's the only thing that stands between us and a dictatorship.
Oh, what the...
And as for the kids, I'm not a security expert, so I won't act like one. But I think that if we can send over $50 billion to Ukraine, we could surely spend that much, or more, or less, here in our own country to fortify our schools and make them more secure so that every kid can get an education safe and sound. Place several trained armed guards in every school across America. You know, real men who won't stand by for 45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes.
Hey, that shit was fucked up when I heard about that, dude. Fucked up. When I heard there was motherfuckers in the hallway. I think it's at Uvalde, right? Yeah, I think it's at Uvalde. That shit was fucked up to hear. I mean, people get scared. I get it. I mean, that's not what I am. Like, I don't get scared as soon as I hear gunshots and shit. I mean, I get scared, but I don't freeze. You know, I don't bitch up. You know, now it's about my safety and me surviving. So, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And the faster that motherfucker's gone, the faster I'm in safety.
Girl, it'll be okay.
45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay them well, too. There's veterans that need the work. Why not protect our kids the same way that we protect you? Politicians are protected by guns. Celebrities are protected by guns. Every important person that walks this earth is protected by a gun. But our kids, they're important. Just not as much as you.
Well, shit, guys. I mean, I've already stated it out throughout the song. I agree. But here's what I'm thinking. Guys, I think this country, if the government does not stop with its bullshit, if this inflation, I mean, I get it, that's the market, that's the economy, that's not necessarily the government, the politicians. But if that doesn't start to calm down and things start to come back to normal a little bit, and then you're going to push us into, you already have crazy, like, mandatory minimum sentences and shit like that. Like, that's just crazy. Like, there's context to every crime. There's, I don't know. That's a different topic for a different day. But I truly believe that the people of this country are going to rise up.
Oh, give me a break.
And if it's not a full-blown civil war, it'll be something similar to a battle. Something's going to happen, and people are going to get hurt, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. That's my opinion, and I'm hoping to God that doesn't happen. But I believe if the government and the politicians keep up with their bullshit, they are going to force a civil war. I'm here for it either way. I am a gun owner. It is what it is. Guys, I like the song. I mean, it was true. It was there. I mean, it's not a... I'm not going to rate it. I'm not going to playlist it or fucking put it in one of my lists because it wasn't that type of song. It was more information-based. So, I got it. I intook it. Now I'm done with it. No, it was good. I mean, dude's got some flow. He got some rhymes and shit. But 100% I agree with his outlook on a lot of those topics. Except for the excuses with the music and the, all that. That's just an excuse so that you don't have to put blame on these people and that they're just fucked up. That's what it is. So, guys, Samson. I want to talk to Samson.
What the fuck was that?
Samson, what about us? My name is J Money. Out.
I've never been much for partisan politics. I've supported Democrats, Republicans, and independents. Hell, I've actually been a Democrat, Republican, and